Welcome to Verbal Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday. People like to welcome you all to the show. Now, I did a show about Marcus Taylor, who was harassed by Waller PD, and he also had video to accompany what took place. But in the comment section, there's a Rick Batriel. He said Waller County has a KKK meeting point at the gas station next to the Sonic. You know, the one with the barbecue place, and no minorities are welcome. And my response was that if they're the KKK, they are minorities. Europe is their homeland. But what's more important than that is the fact that they feel as though that they can give location of where they have the Klan meetings, and they're saying, hey, if you got any dispute about what's going on in Waller and in that area, come meet us at the Klan meeting. Although they gave no date, no day and time, but okay. So this gives a new perspective on the whole fight for freedom and justice in America in regards to black and brown people. See, it's like this, right? You might have a family, a white family in their home, and the father is the head of that home, right? Now, the mother and one of the child might have a black friend that's black and might even like the black people. But in his home, you're going to abide by his rules. At the end of the day, the mother and the child is not going to abandon the father for black people. They might sympathize. They might even get out and protest. But at the end of the day, they know where their bread is buttered. And they're not going to push the issue too far when he puts his foot down. And that's something black people need to understand, right? You can do all the marching. We can do all the singing. But at the end of the day, the one who runs the house, his motto is, if you're not willing to take it, meaning physically take it, you're not willing to be an opposing force, then we're not going to stop being who we are and doing what we do. Right? And that's why when Officer Dunn was asked at the insurrection hearing that took place on January the 6th, he was like, yeah, man, this is America. Racism is America. This is what it is. You know, we're looking at it, right? And so those who are finally coming to grips with the reality that the singing and the marching and that don't work, that these people are who they are, have to find a way to deal with those who say, let's go out, sing and protest and try to live them through peace. When you have those who are clearly saying that we just don't want to be friends with you, and they're coming out just saying it boldly. So now we have to deal, right? Now we have to take their words into account. We have to take their actions into an account and see what's the proper response. I mean, look at what took place in Forney, Texas, with this young 16-year-old black female who was held down and damn near smothered to death by this beast. He had no sympathy. That's why I call him a beast. He had no sympathy. He had no empathy. he didn't give a damn about this black child, right? Would have choked out if he could have got away with it, right? So we have to be honest with ourselves and what we're up against and what we're dealing with. The video I showed of Marcus Taylor defending his property and saying, hey, you don't have the right to do what you're doing. But as I stated, in their warped mind, they feel as though a black man has no rights that they are willing to respect. Right. Now, the thing on this minority thing, man, whites and minorities, the population of whites in America, you are the minority. Although you may hold the majority as far as power, wealth, and resources at the moment. But in terms and numbers, you are the majority. But you're so hell-bent on racism till you feel as though other races, just black and brown, just can't come together and stop your racism. It's not that it can't be done. It's the fact that people are hoping that you all will come to your senses and say, you know what, America will be great, life will be great if we all can just enjoy the American dream or the pursuit of happiness, right? But then maybe hatred and supremacy makes them happy, and that's the happiness that they're going to pursue because they get joy out of it. Maybe the black and brown have it all wrong, right? Maybe they enjoy hunting us like prey. Maybe the police actually enjoy killing black and brown men and women. You know, maybe that might be a thrill of theirs. And we sitting around saying, what's going on? What's going on? What happened? Why'd you do this? Why'd you do this? What happened? Why'd you do this? What's going on? And how could you do this? You know, when is it going to change? And 100 years done passed, and we still say the same thing. Maybe it's not them. Maybe we haven't woke up and smelled the coffee. I don't know, but I just had to reply to that, you know. This guy gave the location of where the Klan meetings are held in Waller, Texas. Basically saying, hey, this is what we do. And if you don't like it and y'all don't like it, meet us here and let's deal with it. Okay. I mean, hey. Now that's being upfront about it. You know, you can't. I mean, ain't too much you can say about that. He threw the ball in what they deem the minorities' court. Threw the ball in y'all court, in our court. Our minorities, black, brown, Asian, they saying, hey, we're going to continue to do what we do. If you got a problem with it, we'll be at the Shell by the Sonic, you know, next to the barbecue place. And no minorities allowed, because if we see you show up there, then, you know, you're going to have some problems. Wow, man, hey, you know what I'm saying? Now, we know that there's more than one person in the Klan. No, there's more than 2, 3, 4, 5, you know. Meaning, they got a whole organization. You know? But one thing that we all know and they know is that they have armed police officers on their side. So, you're a minority driving down their highway, you get pulled over, you know, you might not make it. You know what I mean? They'll put that badge on you, put that gun on you. They'll use their jurisdiction. Then they feel like they're being backed by the judge and the courts, right? And you wonder why you hear cries of defund the police. You wonder why you hear cries of defund the police. Because of incidents like this. Because why would minorities that they call them and their tax dollars continue to pay into a system that hunts them down like animals. That's ridiculous. Very ridiculous. So unity. Black people, as Marcus Bud was saying, man, I don't care what town you in. If you were unified, you can come together, put people in certain positions, and you pass the law, and the police would have to enforce the law that you pass. Unity. But we so busy fighting each other. They put the guns on the streets and we use them against each other. I mean, it's ridiculous. We make their job so easy. We actually taking each other out over nothing. We got to wise up and wake up because we are being played. Tropic Radio, we're out.